It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Alright guys, this is our time to step in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. John's Freak Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travis T.
And I am Nubby, the amazing turtle.
No, you don't get to talk. No, after your stupid shit from Saturday, you don't get to introduce yourself. No. Idiot.
No.
What's wrong with you? Stupid.
That's fucked up.
Oh, yeah, what you were trying to do Saturday, a little bit fucked up, yeah.
No, what you're doing right now is fucked up.
No, I'm taking away your intro. You're going to be part of the show, but you don't get an intro this week. You don't.
No intro?
That's what you get when you do stupid shit. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That's what happens.
No intro for Nubby, the amazing turtle.
Oh, fuck you, dude. Oh, you got it. Like a monster. You're just lucky I was there to save you. Just lucky.
Are you sure I was saved? I mean, my hand was on the shed head.
No.
It was there.
That was all sorts of wrong. And, I thought you knew better. I thought you were a better person than that. You monster. Fucking Nubby, goddammit. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, which you probably don't because it is an L.I.M thing, and let's face it, L.I.M doesn't get a lot of views on their shit. Which, makes a lot of sense since, this guy right here is their number one fan on their page. But we're going to talk about the stupid event that went down that Nubby almost made the mistake in doing because, Rocket Pro Wrestling was this past weekend. And there was a lot of excitement, and I got to be involved in some of it.
Yeah.
So we get to talk about that. Also, POW happened over this weekend. We're going to talk about the results of that I got, single-handedly. Not really my job to do that, but, hey, I guess I got to pick up the slack when fucking people are all doing stupid shit.
Or, people should just reach out like we've asked for the last almost a year.
100%.
We're going to be coming up to a year very, very soon with me being on the show.
I know, right?
And we've been asking. Bro. We ask, we post everything, and that people still don't reach out. And the fact that you had to reach out this one and only time.
I said I will reach out once. But here's the thing. Here's my biggest concern about, reaching out, getting people to, contact us and everything. I really don't think that we would have any matched cards or results or anything if it weren't through friends of yours, not even so much the companies. But companies gotta be willing to step up and help themselves out by getting us match cards and results and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I'm only gonna do it once. Just say, hey, listen, this is who I am. This is what we do. And
so
I got the information.
Essentially, you did my dirty work.
Yeah, saving your ass and doing your job. Wow, I'm a good fucking person.
Crazy.
But we are going to talk about the results of POW and Rocket Pro here tonight. Also, Nubster's got some match cards for, DWA, ARW, and Wrestle League this weekend.
That's right.
We're supposed to have Rion on tonight at some point. I'm still banking on that to happen. So whenever he's available. When are you recording? Right now. He did message me, so.
Well, at least you get a message back, so.
Yeah, good for him, And God, I'm so excited for him to be on the show because he has a lot he wants to talk about.
He does.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with you and your rude things you say to him.
Me? I don't say rude things. I just say the truth.
I think you called him a bitch like 3 times.
Yeah, well, No, actually, I called him a bitch once, and then I kind of retracted a bit and said what he did was a bitch move.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I was able to have a brief conversation with Rion as I was setting up today. Yeah, he's gonna say say what's on his mind, speak from his heart, if you will. And, so it's gonna be a pretty decent show. It's gonna be a lot of show we gotta cover and everything. So, while Rion gets ready and everything, and before we jump into anything else, I'll remind all of you that this episode of Just Figure Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, is brought to you by CarterComics.com. Your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw, Carter Comics has got them all. You go to CarterComics.com, check out their amazing website, go through their store, fill up your cart with all their amazing products, and then at checkout, use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. You'll save 10% on your entire order at CarterComics.com. Not just at their website, because CarterComics.com is an amazing sponsor and partner of Just Figure Wrestling or FreakNet Studios as a whole. They decided to extend that discount offer onto their 4 different eBay accounts, which you can find links to all 4 of them at CarterComics.com. Go to their homepage, scroll to the bottom, and it's right there, right next to the This Freaking Show link. So click on one of those 4 pages, browse their eBay accounts and everything, and whether you're bidding, making offers, or buying them outright, the discount code FREAKNET will help save 10% on those purchases as well. Again, it's a discount code, not a promo code, which means every purchase you make, you're able to use FREAKNET, FREAKNET, to save yourself 10% on every single order you make. Go to CarterComics.com, use discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET, save 10% on every single order you make at CarterComics.com.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah, let me see. Do it or don't. Yeah, that's literally their 2 options there, bro. Do it or don't. Yeah. Nailed it right on the fucking head, bud.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So, all right, let's see if Rion's available. Give him a jingle. And I'm okay with this. You know, like I said, you know, I told him flat out he's welcome to come on whenever he's ready. And I feel like this is going to be a different environment for him to be on. I mean, obviously we talked about it. Maybe it was a couple episodes ago. I don't think it was the last episode, but maybe a couple episodes ago. Obviously, Rion had his own show with Max Holiday back in the day in the morning. Was that last show?
Oh yeah, because IPW happened last week. So,
God, why does it feel like there's been 2 weeks? 2 weeks has passed.
This time flies, man, when you're having fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So Rion co-hosted a show called The Morning After with Max Holiday, longest reigning 3-time SCW heavyweight champion, and unfortunately, spoiler alert, former POWW champion. And I don't know if he's still technically a co-host of Power Hour or not. Like he quit, but he's still there. I don't understand how that's working. But,
part-time now?
I mean, you can say part-time, but he's always there. That's what I'm not getting. I mean, I don't know, like he's there, but he's not there. Like he's listening, but he's not contributing. You know, he contributes small parts, but not like a full contribution or something as, you know, a C-Red or a Steve or I don't even know. I don't know how that works.
I don't know. Lately, he's been saying a lot more.
Well, I think he's got a lot more to say recently.
He's letting it all out, apparently.
Good for him. I'm gonna try this again. And for some reason he doesn't come through, we'll just do some of the match cards and stuff. Typically I'm gonna try getting the results and stuff done by like Rion to be available for the ARWPro results and stuff if he wants to. There he is. There he is.
There he is.
Hello?
Hey Rion.
Hey.
How you doing, sir?
I'm okay. I'm in the middle of dinner.
Middle of dinner?
Yeah. It's okay.
Alright, well, I do apologize for interrupting your dinner.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I said I wanted to do this, so I'm fine with doing it. I'm just letting you know that I'm in the middle of dinner.
Well, that's why you're the man, Rion, because you're able to multitask.
Far from being a man, but I do multitask from time to time.
Well, as I was mentioning, actually you mentioned it a little bit over on ARWPro this past weekend, and I was mentioning a little bit here before you came on. We've had a conversation about you coming on here and kind of speaking your mind on a few things. Some things pertaining to Turtle and some of the shitty things he says about you. So we'll cover some of that stuff. And I know you're used to being over at the Power Hour and how Steve does things over there. I'm going to do things a little bit differently here. I won't be wearing a beanie cap and sunglasses, looking at you from 3 inches away from your face, mean mugging you like I'm going to do something.
Okay, that's fair.
And I'm not going to interrupt you either. I'm not going to start talking when you're in the middle of explaining yourself. And Nubby won't either.
I just, before you say anything else, because I know there's different rules here, am I able to be myself, or do I have to like say certain things a certain way in order for people to? Well, I don't know. I'm checking because I don't want to be banned. I don't want to end up being on like L.I.M's radar or the Rocket Boys or even Turtle's radar, because he already thinks I'm an asshole anyway. So I'd rather not deal with that if I don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making sure that. Go ahead.
I want you to be you. I want you to say what you need to say, because I'm not gonna censor you and restrict you from anything. You're free to say whatever you want. See, here's the thing, Rion. I don't know a lot about you, but I've learned about you over the course of you being around for like a year or so, and getting to know you as a person from ARWPro, being the liaison over at PPV and stuff like that. And I know that you are a lot better and more entertaining when you're not being shackled by, a person telling you what you can and cannot say, or not pushing that boundary. I really don't care what you say. I don't care where you, what direction, or explanations or whatever you're going to do, go. I think it's going to be fine. And if Turtle, takes offense to anything you say, that's on him. He knows he's not going to interrupt you while you're talking, because he's not going to be that kind of a rude person. And L.I.M is probably going to say anything anyways, just to make themselves more relevant, which has been the consistent thing that they have done. So, whatever you want to talk about and however you want to talk about it, you're free to do so here.
Okay. I can do that. Is there a lot of background noise through here? Do I have to go somewhere else?
I hear some people talking, but it kind of goes in and out. I've had interviews on my other podcasts where I was at bars and music and shit was playing. I don't really, it doesn't concern me too much. I can hear you clearly.
But you can hear me. Okay. All right. Then I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna interrupt your dinner. But just real quick question: what are you eating for dinner?
Pizza.
I'm on a fast right now, so I'm gonna be eating through you at this point.
That's fine. I unfortunately have to cut down on certain things, because after the ass whooping I took on Saturday, I have to actually be serious and do things as opposed to talking. I have to present more action, because I was not ready for the ass whooping that I took on Saturday.
Well, you were a little bit blindsided. I mean, he did kind of slide into the ring and attack you from behind, which was really unnecessary.
Yeah, well, it happens.
It does happen. I get that. And I mean, we all know what led up to it. Well, the actions that led up to it. And we did hear kind of an explanation over on the Power Hour. But I'm gonna take a step back here, and where do you want to start first, Rion? Where do you want to start with the conversation?
Well, where would you like? Just ask me anything at this point. I'm totally fine.
Okay. I want to briefly recap. So you can make this as long as short as you want. Not this past ARWPro, but the ARWPro before, during the appreciation ceremony for you given by Maximus Orion. Got your wave, which was awesome. I didn't participate in the wave. I feel bad for it, but I was so focused on my ring duties, I couldn't multitask. I'm not multitask guy.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
So, you low blowed Maximus, you knocked him out with your Rolex. So, however you want to describe it, what is the official reasoning behind doing that?
I guess the nice version is it's something that needed to be done.
Yeah.
Because I've made this clear on the Power Hour. I don't want. I'm in a position that I don't want to be in, and it's a position that I need to be in.
Yeah.
So that Maximus understands what he has to do, because he's not seeing everything. I've seen a lot of companies just fall under its own weight or be taken over by someone that just so happened to have an opportunity to do so. And I don't want that to happen to him. Because I know that Turtle has an issue with me kicking Maximus in the balls. But I guess my question to him is why? Like, what reason do you actually have other than he didn't like it or that other people didn't like it? As far as I'm concerned, it makes it a lot easier to get someone's attention in that aspect. Because there's a lot of stuff that's going on around him that he doesn't see. Like, yeah, I'm the bad guy when it comes to, how I handle stuff. But, like, am I though?
When it first happened, like, so when the actions happen without an understanding of why it happens, there's a perception of being a bad guy, being a villain. When the moment happened, people look at it as like Rion is betraying Maximus. I don't know where Turtle sits on it, and we'll let Turtle respond because you did ask him, his feelings on it. But from my perspective, once I listened to the Power Hour and you explained to Maximus why what happened, it made a lot more sense. But we can ask Turtle. Turtle, you mentioned, Rion said that you didn't like the fact that Maximus got kicked in the genitals, and other than it just being, as you said, a bitch move.
Well, I feel that is a cheap way out of things. I can see getting someone's attention. Yeah, I get it. But there's many ways to go about it. But the cheap way, to me, is asinine. And it just shows a coward side of you. I'm going to be honest. I won't say the word bitch because it's been used. It just shows the coward side, which I never knew existed. Maximus brought up a good point. You could have took him to the side, talked to him, or
hold on one second, Nubby. Hold on 1 second. Hey, Rion, I'm not sure what happened, but I think you're muted. So if you're trying to say anything back and everything, it's not coming through, and I'm not sure what the hell happened.
Oh no, I'm here. I muted it purposely. I'm here.
Oh, okay, gotcha, cool. I looked at it like you just went muted, and I've never seen that.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I did that. My apologies. I'm here.
That's why I love Rion. All right, my apologies, man. Like I said, I've never seen that happen before. I've never had anyone mute themselves on my show before, so I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Nubby, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I promise I won't do that to you as well.
Where did I leave off? Completely threw me off there, Travis.
I know. Well, I just want to make sure that the show is going well, man. I didn't want you to say something to Rion and he wasn't there to maybe hear you or something. You know, I want to be respectful on both boundaries. You are a co-host here, and I consider you a friend, even though you tried to join a cult last week. But at the same time, Rion is a guest, and I want to be respectful to him to make sure that he is hearing what you're saying without any hiccups or slips. So,
got it. Well, okay, so I'll recap.
Yes.
Briefly. All right, kicking the nuts to me, coward way out. Maximus said it. Could have taken him to the side, talked to him, maybe slap him around a bit. I don't know. I mean, I've had my moments where I've done some shit that fans didn't like. If you all saw me at Northland, I did some shit. But to me, again, just hitting another man's genitals is just crazy to me, especially when it came from you, Rion, of all people. No, I get it. You're frustrated about whatever it is you're frustrated about. You were treated like the guy that, oh, hey, Rion will do this. Let's let him do it. Hey, musical chairs? All right. Come on. Rion, you're the man. I get it. We all done silly things. But never once in my entire life, wrestling or in real life, have I ever hit someone in the nuts because I was frustrated. I took them by the head and I punched them in the face. Fine, you use your, I'm not even mad that you used the watch. That's cool. Whatever. Another cheap shot in a way, but not as bad. Hell, a chair shot to the back. I would have just been like, wow, Rion's an asshole. But better than hitting someone in the nuts. I just don't really understand your mindset. And maybe you'll explain it. But if you're trying to get someone's attention, there's ways to go about it. Just not that way.
Okay. Is it okay if I talk to Travis so I can explain to him a certain scenario?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Mr. Travis, would you rather me call you Mr. T? Would you rather me call you Travis with a T or two T? What is easier to call you?
You can call me Travis, man. That's totally fine.
Okay. Travis, so I'm going to present you with just one situation that I've seen.
Yeah.
And you can tell me how you feel afterwards, okay?
100%.
All right. So you know what IPW is, correct?
I do. I've been to IPW a few times. Actually, between the Power Hour and between Nubby, I learn more and more about it every week, and I love it because it is local to me. But yes, I do know the IPW.
Okay. Did you know that at one point IPW had a Chicagoland championship?
I did know that.
Okay. Did you know who the last person to hold that championship was?
If I remember correctly, I believe it was Turtle.
Turtle, correct?
That's right, yeah.
Do you remember what happened to that championship?
From the story that I was told, is Turtle won that title at IPW, brought it over to ARWPro, and lost it in his very first title defense of it.
Mm-hmm. And it is now called what?
You know what? I'm not actually sure what it's called right now.
Turtle, could you tell him what that title is now called?
Well, let's get the information a little bit straighter. It was.
Just remember, I'm really good at this. By all means,
I know,
get the information.
But it's for Travis.
Okay.
Okay. But recap again. I won the title at IPW.
Yes.
Chicagoland Championship of IPW. Then there was a deal, a special deal made between IPW and ARWPro, and I would be the one to bring the belt over to ARWPro.
Okay.
But because it was under ARWPro, it would not be a title defense. It was vacated. Vacated to Rocket Pro. So, essentially, the IPW Chicagoland Championship was done. And the Chicagoland Championship itself became property of Rocket Pro. So I was no longer the IPW Chicagoland champion. So I did not defend it. But I was able to go for the new championship of another company.
I think we said the same thing, Nubby.
No, you said I defended it.
No, I said you lost it.
I did not lose it.
Oh, you're right.
I did not lose it.
I said you lost in your first title defense.
Right.
But technically you did, because you had the championship, you had an opportunity to keep that championship, and you failed.
No.
Yeah.
It was vacated.
So
same thing, bro.
It's fine. My apologies, Turtle. I didn't have my information. That's kind of what I do. My apologies for that. So, what is the championship called now? Turtle?
The Rocket Pro Chicagoland Championship.
And how many times have you had an opportunity to win that championship, Turtle?
Officially, 3.
3. Okay. And how long has this championship been in existence, Turtle?
Under Rocket Pro, just under a year. Just under a year.
And I feel like you've had more opportunities than anyone on the roster at that championship. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Please do.
Maybe you're not wrong.
Okay. Mr. Travis?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you this, and you be honest with me in what I'm going to say. Which one is more of a kick in the balls? Me kicking Maximus and it lasting 10 minutes, or watching Turtle go after this championship that he brought over and then lost for a year? Which one is more of a kick in the balls?
You know, to look at the situation with Turtle and that belt, it does kind of suck that Rocket Pro did kind of strip you of it, but it does kind of suck knowing that you went for that title on 3 different occasions and you weren't able to obtain it, regardless of what the reasoning was.
Not only is he going after it, but he continues to get opportunities at it. I've been at Rocket Pro since the beginning.
Yeah.
March of 2019. I have been there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you, I didn't get championship opportunities like that. So I understand where Turtle is coming from as far as, bitch moves. But if I have to deal with the scenario of kicking someone in the balls and making someone pay attention to stuff that's happening around them, or just continuously getting kicked in the balls because they can't continuously compete against the people that are around them, I'll take that gut shot every time. I'll take it every time. Because at least I know where I'm going with it. I still don't know. Is Turtle going to get another opportunity at this championship?
Are you, Turtle?
I don't know. I don't know what Damian Saint has in store for me next.
Yeah.
Say that again, sir.
I don't know what our GM, Damian Saint, has in store for me this time.
Just make sure you keep this energy up for later, because I'm telling you, there's something bigger than all of us that's coming, and no one wants to see it.
Rion, I am curious, when was the last time you had a championship opportunity at RPW?
Oh, that would be April of 2019, and that was for the IPW Chicagoland Championship, actually.
You're talking about 4 years ago?
Yeah, I've never challenged for any championship in ARWPro other than the heavyweights, the very first show. And that was in a battle royal where the entire company challenged for it.
It does kind of suck, man.
I mean, here is Turtle coming in, first year, 3 opportunities, walked in with a belt, lost it, and then he gets to fight for it again. And he's worried about how I handle things. I mean, I get it, but I'm just going based off what's in front of me. Like, if I had to do it again to make sure that Maximus understands what he needs to do, I'll take it every time. But I know this is a completely different beast than what I've watched Turtle have to endure. And let's face it, he's endured a lot from the idols. He has. But the fact of the matter is that man has been in multiple scenarios where he's had the chance to win that championship and he has failed. Whether it's been from mistakes, whether it's been from just multiple people in general, whether it's been from his own emotions. There's always been something that has held him back in that aspect. And I completely get it because he's dealing with the idols. But that's just one component of what's going on in that company that no one sees. There's a collective scenario. The foundation of that company is being broken down. But no one sees it because it's standing room only. Everyone's having fun until they're not.
Yeah, it does seem, and I've only been at ARWPro. I think only 3 shows I've been at ARWPro, and one of the biggest, the most common thing I've noticed is that there's almost a sense of anarchy like happening between whether it be the idols and their situation with Turtle and that title, or the damn Coyotes, or you look at what's going on with Shelly and Steve and Roxy and all them, and it almost seems like a free.
Looking at no-codes.
Same thing with no-codes. We got 2 different no-codes, completely separated. You got the 2 with the really hot fucking doctor, and then you got the other ones who they seem like they want to try and get the upper hand on the bad guys, and they just can't seem to do it. You got Undeniable, who's causing what seems to be a lot of issues for Aaron Stone. It's weird. It's weird to see a company almost in complete chaos when you have the owners of the company sitting right there in the corner watching it.
Let me put this in perspective for you.
Yeah,
Maximus, he has every right to be upset with me. I gave him a reason to. But I also know that he's 1/3 of the owners. Mm-hmm. If I knew, and this is just me, if I knew that my mom was having an issue that I couldn't get to, I would at least try to put her in a position where she's safe. There were a lot of security that came to separate myself and Maximus on that show. I didn't see any near his mom at commentary. They're owners of the company. They're owners of the company.
Yeah.
The business aspect of it, that's fine. But they've made it personal by explaining who they are and what's taking place. If I knew that I had an opportunity and I had the power to protect family.
Yeah.
Oh, I got time jab, right?
See, and that was one of the things I thought was weird when he made his challenge to fight in May. Is like it wasn't all about, he wanted retribution for your attack. He looked at Damien and demanded it as an owner of the company. And I thought that was kind of messed up. It's like, you want to fight somebody because of what they did to you, not because you're able to do it because you own the company. That was kind of weird to me. It's almost like it's a power trip at that point.
Look, Travis.
Yes.
I really hope that I'm wrong as far as what's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not wrong often. I'm not wrong often with this. And I'm telling you, there's something bigger on the horizon, and I need Maximus. Not his parents. I need Maximus to see it. It is bigger than all of us. He needs to get ready. And if I have to be the one to get him ready, that's what I'm going to
They have
do.
rest time the night after.
Is that okay, Turtle? Did I handle that a certain way? Do I need to say anything different? Is there something that I need to fix?
I mean, I'm not going to say you're wrong. There is some shit going on. I'm just still, it's mind-boggling about the way you handled it. And I guess I get it. And now you're throwing me in here just because I got title opportunities.
I think he was just using it as an example, not as part of the issues. I think he's just.
Oh no, you're not. You're not part of the issue. You're not part of the issue at all, Turtle. I just wanted to make sure that Travis understood what an actual kick in the balls would be, as opposed to a literal kick in the balls that only lasts 10 minutes. Because with me being informational liaison of IPW, watching that happen and having no control over it whatsoever, having history just be erased in a matter of 15 minutes, it's a little bit of a kick in the balls.
And, to Rion's credit, I mean, if he did it to get the attention of people, he definitely got everyone's attention, including Maximus and the parents, especially, the commentators, like, everyone took notice of that. So, it probably wasn't to everybody, to the fans, to everybody, like, it probably wasn't the right way to go about it, but it's definitely a way to get somebody's attention. And yeah, I mean, I've been kicked in the junk by people before. It's not fun, but they definitely got my attention after they did it.
But I just feel like I get where Rion's coming from, though. I get it, but the way you did it, are you sure you're getting Maximus' attention in the way you want his attention?
I mean, my shoulder and hip are saying yes.
I mean, were you expecting a fight the moment you did it? Or wait, before you even did it? Before you made this decision? Were you expecting a personal fight?
Yes, 100%. What I wasn't expecting was another fight afterwards.
So kicking somebody in the balls is going to do that.
I am so glad you keep going back to it, because that's literally the only thing that you have to say about it. And I am sorry that you don't have anything else. So I'm going to help you in this scenario so you could have something else to yell at me about. I have been with that company since the beginning, and I've watched a lot of people leave. I have also helped people get into that company, yourself included. I have been very outspoken when it comes to people wanting to be aboard ARWPro and trying to get things in order for that company. So when I see people that I personally say, hey, this person should be aboard, and what they can contribute is loss after loss, it bothers me from a personal standpoint. Never mind the kick to the ball scenario. It just bothers me because you have spent a lot of time, Turtle, going back and forth as far as respect and what needs to be owed to you and how things need to be put in a certain light and how long you've been in the company and how long you've been wrestling and everything else. And I am 100% for you getting opportunities. But now it's put up or shut up. Because you've had multiple opportunities over a year. I haven't had it. So someone like me watching you do that, not only do I have to look at David Sink, but I have to look at you as well. Yeah, my actions as far as Maximus sucks, and I'm dealing with it head on. I'm not running from it. I've never yelled at the people. I've never talked down to them. I haven't done anything of the sort. I just happen to do something they didn't like. Same thing with you. But you have gone out here every time you've had a match, and you make sure that when you win, you win. When you lose, it wasn't you, it was something else. You've come out here on triple threats, and you have made sure that I didn't lose because I wasn't beaten. You've made sure that you've put yourself in a position to where even when you are losing, you're winning. And I'm fine with all that. You cannot then come to talk to me and tell me what I need to do as far as my scenario, because I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to end the fight. That is what's happening right now. The championship, the inter-county championship, that's a bonus. I'm trying to end the fight because what Maximus does not see, the foundation that he built in that company is crumbling around him. And I don't want him or the Shelleys to be put in a position where it gets uprooted from.
Oh, yeah.
And there's too much going on for them to see what's happening. But you see it, right?
She's already got like a pretty good routine.
I see some shit.
I mean, how is it that you're still getting opportunities? Who's signing off on these? Any idea who's signing off on these contracts for you to have multiple opportunities of a championship that you continue to lose by?
I mean, if we're going to go down that road, the last time I didn't even lose in the record books, it still shows the win. So that keeps me up there in the rankings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you have to go by that.
So I am 100% going by that. I'm just waiting to hear you say that you're the new champion.
And one day I will.
You just told me you won against a champion. Are you the new champion? Are you the new Chicagoland champion?
Everybody knows you can't win by disqualification.
Then why are you telling me about wins and losses?
Because wins and losses still matter, even if I don't got the title.
Then why continuously bring up the title? Which one's more important, wins and losses or the championship?
Well, both.
Which brings me back to my original question. Who signed off on these title opportunities that you get, Turtle?
I'm going to assume Damian Saint, since he's the one in charge. I don't know.
Okay. Aren't the Shelleys in charge?
They're supposed to be.
Didn't Maximus or Will Shelley come and say, I'm the owner of the company, and he made a match to Damian Saint? Didn't that happen in front of everyone? Yourself included?
It did.
So I ask you again, who's signing off on these things?
If I knew exactly, I'd tell you.
I would start looking into that. That's where my head is right now. Because everyone's just accepting things and are not paying attention to what's happening in front of them. I get what you're saying. I'm an asshole. I'll be that. That's fine. As what the cool cats say, I'm him. Isn't that what they say now?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't been hip since 2007, man.
I don't think I've ever
something
been.
Like I'm him Duncan. I'm walking around in Timberlands. I'm dealing with all of the Timothy Daltons and everything of that sort. Like I'm doing all of that stuff. Is that what it is?
Rion, I found out what sus was 2 weeks ago. So I mean, I have no idea, bro.
So that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So what is your mindset going into not even the fight in May, but the contract signing in April?
I guess I have to kind of wait and see what happens, because I would like to think that Damian Saint is going to be there.
Yeah.
So now I have a principal owner and the GM in front of me while I sign a contract that may or may not be for a championship. What could go wrong?
Gotcha. And just out of curiosity, because I would love to know, how important would it be for that title to be on that line in that match?
I mean, since he's had the championship, all of this stuff has went to shit, at least in my eyes. Now, keep in mind, people have been commenting. They love chaos. They love watching everything go. But they're not in the locker room. They don't see what I see.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's all a matter of how important he wants to go about it.
Yeah, and I'm sure Steve's gonna have a lot to talk about as far as that goes on the Power Hour tomorrow. I hate to ask, but you're probably the best person for me to ask this question about. But what? So you've been in Rock and Pro for quite some time. What is the deal with the L.I.M? Why can I just not seem to get up off my ass?
From what I've learned, the L.I.M, for the most part, seem to be harmless until they collectively decide we don't like this person.
One tried to attack me Saturday night after the show. I don't know if you saw the video or not, but he came at like a rabid dog.
I did, and I don't ever want to be in a position where the L.I.M comes after me for anything, because as long as it's outside of the ring,
yeah,
I will run away. I will gladly run away. But if it ever were a position to where it was in the ring, I probably would do my best to shut them all down. But outside of the ring, I don't want to deal with it. I don't like that they are 12 strong, and they will continuously go after people for the sake of going after them. They are passionate. They love wrestling. They love Rock and Pro. They hate you.
Yeah.
They love Turtle. They love podcasts. They love security. And I'm going based off of the awards they gave out. They love Chet Gunderson. They love
the fucking Limmies. God damn it.
They love beer. They love hanging out with each other. They love like hanging out with babies. They love making babies, based on what I've seen. They are some of the best fans that I've ever been able to interact with. But I also know that if you get on their bad side, they will troll you to the end of time.
Well, let me ask you this, and I don't want to put you in a situation that you can't get out of.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can. I'm pretty sure I can get out of it, but you go right ahead.
Who is a better group of fans, the Rocket Boys or L.I.M?
Oh, neither, because I can answer that. White Girl Wasted. White Girl Wasted is the greatest group of all. No one talks about them because they're just in the background and no one pays attention to. That would be Santino's group. No one pays attention to them, and they are slowly building. It's about half of that audience, and people don't even know. I would be worried about them. I would be worried about White Girl Wasted. You thought you was gonna get me, okay?
I just want here's the thing. I can only learn about what I know, and as far as I know, there's the Gunner Brave section, which I think is trying to spread itself out over places. The L.I.M, who sits on the one side, Rocket Boys, who sit in the corner, and the Rocket. My very first RPW show, I sat 5 seats away from the Rocket Boys, and holy hell, were they annoying as hell to me. I'm just saying, like, my God, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that they're so passionate about being fans of wrestling. But it's just like, I'm just hearing them like, oh my God, these are definitely fucking high school kids. They are yelling like high school kids. And I thought it couldn't get any worse until I met the L.I.M. And I realized, I'm like, okay, these fucking nerds, like, they just, let them do what they want to do. But then it just kind of turned into something. I know that I have a big blame in that, but it's kind of like one of the things like, as soon as you leave, as soon as the bullet leaves the chamber, you can't stop it. So I'm kind of like, I'm the end game at this point as far as the L.I.M. And I was okay. I was willing, and I was actually on Saturday. I was kind of searching for them to kind of, like let's bury the hatchet, let's move along. And then they tried to induct Turtle into their little cult of misfits, and I was like, no, that definitely cannot happen. I can't do that. And I thought I had more loyalty from Nubby than that, but apparently not.
Anything you'd like to say, Mr. Turtle, about your loyalty?
Hey, I am 100% JFW. Okay? The L.I.M love me, and I love them for it. So
you're gonna join a group of guys who've been bad mouthing me for like months.
And you support the undeniable.
I don't support the undeniable. I just agree with some of the things they do. Just because it's bad doesn't mean it's wrong. Damian Saint, standing room only, 7 in a row. I mean, come on now. That's impressive.
Yeah, it's all him. Do
you see me wearing an undeniable shirt and rooting for him? Do you see me singing "Oh Canada" no, it's just, I give appreciation to where it's due. That's why, I say, hey, Damian saying, great job, keep it up the good work. At the same time, I can turn to Steve and say, quit getting involved in shit that you're not supposed to. And then what does he do? He gets beat down in the fucking ring. I mean, I get
it. Hear about that. I'm going to hear about that tomorrow.
I can promise you, guaranteed, there's going to be a moment where Steve's going to be wearing his glasses, doing this whole big thing, and the moment he starts talking about the fucking, the idols and shit and Roxy and all them, he's going to take his glasses off, stare into the fucking camera. I'm going to mute
now. I'm going to mute, so I'm not laughing. So I'm going to mute. I'm muting.
That he's going to stare right into the camera, whip his glasses off, and say, "You have ignited a fire. You have ignited a bomb that's going to tear through the idols." And he's going to act like he's going to be able to do it single-handedly. But the problem is, he has him and he has Shelly. This isn't like IPW, what the workhorse is, where he has Rion Skillz and C Red in his corner and shit like that. Steve keeps putting himself in situations. And Steve, I love you. I know we have a mutual respect now, and hopefully we can keep it. I'm just giving you reality that I think you really do need. Because when I say it to you, I'm being a douchebag. But when you hear from like Rion and C Red, who tell you the same exact things I do, just in a probably a nicer way, because they are your friends, you understand them. So I'm hoping you understand me when I tell you this. I understand that you're not a typical commentator or announcer where you're going to stand up for yourself and you're not going to back down. But the problem is, Shelly's issue with Roxy shouldn't have to have anything to involve you in it. Shelly is the owner of the company. She could deal with this in many different ways. You got hit with a chair because you got involved in something you shouldn't have gotten involved in. You could have yelled for security. You could have found help. But no, who came out to help you? That fucking dude. What's his name? The goofy tall dude?
KM.
Who?
Or KP.
KP, yeah, whatever.
K.
Like, come on. Who the fuck is, he's not a security guard and he's out there. Blows my mind. Rion said it best. Security was there every step of the way to break Maximus or Rion up. But the moment that this JFW gets dragged into the ring, the moment that commentary gets dragged into the ring, gets hit with a chair, the CFO gets choked out. Not one security guard. Better yet, here, I'll throw this out, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this because I do want to build a relationship with ARWPro. If my mom is getting choked out in the ring, I'm not going to be unavailable. I'm not, you're not going to see me not do anything. So why wasn't Maximus out there to protect his mother? Hell, I was sitting at commentary watching this shit go down. Fucking daddy was sitting behind me not moving either. I get where Rion's coming from. Something weird is going on in ARWPro Wrestling. And it all kind of, it branches out from everything. Something's going on with Shelly and Steve that I don't think needs to happen but yet it does. And it's because Shelley did something to the idols, and it's because Steve is now getting more involved in it. If Steve would just I have commentated probably a dozen or so shows. I've never once been beaten up. And I say a lot of stupid shit on this show. People hear that. I mean, I say a lot of stupid shit on this show. Never been beat up once because I don't put myself in situations like that. But no, you're definitely going to hear about that tomorrow. And you're probably going to hear about this tomorrow too because I don't know, Steve for some reason has an infatuation with making me out to be the fucking bad guy. That I'm spinning shit and flip-flopping on things. I mean, yeah, maybe, but all I'm doing is trying to be honest in this whole situation. Steve never had to leave that commentating table. All they had to do was call security. Security could have stopped Shelley being dragged into the ring.
Well, we're here now. It's just a matter of waiting and seeing what happens.
100%. Rion, you're going to get a lot of ARWPro discussion tomorrow, so I don't want to take up your whole time on that. You did mention to me that you had some kind of surprise or announcement you did want to make on this show.
I did. From the board of IPW, since I'm information liaison, I was asked to present you with an opportunity to the JFW Podcast to host the next IPW show in March, for March 26th, for the next IPW show.
I'm 100% in. Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm there.
Not even. Oh yeah, okay. Nubby could do it too, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I'm excited about that 100%. I'm not even thinking about it. Calendar's cleared. I am still there. Hell, I was going to be there anyway. The fact that now I get to host the thing, I'm excited.
There are a couple of rules that I would have to present to you guys a little bit later as far as how it works, especially with you not being on the official roster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as far as you in particular, Turtle's a little bit different, but as far as you in particular, there's certain things I have to bring it to your attention, but I won't do that here.
No, that's no problem. Yeah. This is all off the. Yeah, no, I totally understand.
But I just wanted to make sure that first you were okay with doing it and letting you know what the day is. And as long as you're okay with it, I will get the ball rolling on that and get everything, I guess, legally done to where you guys are good to go.
Perfect. I'm on board. As far as I know, I have not pissed off one person at IPW, so I feel safe and confident in me hosting that show.
Okay.
Perfect.
Mr. Turtle, do you feel as confident as Travis that you have not pissed off one person on IPW?
I'm sure I pissed off many.
Oh, God, with workhorses, probably C-Red. You probably pissed him off a time or two.
I've been pissing him off since my day one in wrestling, so.
Yeah.
Flash Harris,
yeah, what you did last month with Flash, yeah. And you sat right next to me while doing it. Oh, jeez.
Sean Danger's mom.
Yeah, so.
And so I think this is where I'm going to hop off before he starts yelling at how many people he's pissed off. I think I'm going to hop off here just in case.
Rion, I totally appreciate it. We will touch base and work everything out for IPW, but since you're the liaison and you relay the information, please relay back to IPW that I'm honored for the opportunity and I accept it, and I look forward to moving forward and getting that all set up for what was the date again? March 20.
Sunday, March 26th.
Sunday, March 26th. Awesome. For the listeners out there, Rion took an opportunity to sit with us, and I do appreciate that. Again, Sunday, March 26th, make sure you get out to IPW, where I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I am hosting a wrestling show, and how exciting is that going to be? So, Rion, thank you very much. We're going to continue on our show. I'll let you go, and we'll touch base about everything going forward.
Okay.
Rion, you take care.
All right. Do the same, Turk.
I hung up on him. He said bye. He said bye. Okay, so real quick, I know he's not here, but just for the hell of it, any final thoughts about what has been mentioned over the time Rion's been on before we move on and try to cram the rest of our show into what I'm hoping is going to be maybe 40 minutes?
Yeah. It's just a tough situation.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't be, because I'm not really involved in it.
Mm-hmm.
It just maybe I reacted a certain way. I don't agree with how he did it. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand him. I'm just never going to agree with how he did it. And I don't know, bringing me up and, how many title shots I've gotten, to me, that's irrelevant. I get he hasn't had many title shots, but that's not Maximus's fault.
Yeah. I think the point he was making when he brought you up, I think the point was it wasn't you, but it was the title opportunities. I think he was more focused on the fact that, he's playing musical chairs and doing this and doing that, but he's not getting opportunities, even though here somebody gets an opportunity, then they get another opportunity, then they get another opportunity, and he's never mentioned in that line or, anything like that. I don't think it was a direct attack at you. I think it was just the idea of, this guy got an opportunity, this guy got another opportunity, same guy a third time in a row, and he was never considered or put into the opportunity once. I don't think in any way it was an attack on you. It was just because of the situation, because you were that situation. I mean, if it was, I don't know, let's say Muggsy James. He would probably use Muggsy James. If you and Muggsy swap places and Muggsy was in your situation, he'd probably use Muggsy as an example. I don't think it was you directly, but you were the perfect example to reference the kind of oversight that he was in. And that's the thing, the more I listen to him, because, and like I said when he was here, when you look at the situation without the reason or logic behind it, it just looks like a dude who betrayed a friend, kicked him in the junk in the middle of a ring, knocked him out with a Rolex, walked away. That's what it looks like. But once you put the information behind it and the reasoning, it does make a lot of sense. Now, perfect example, let's look at you, Turtle. I'm going to do a Rion then. I'm going to use you as an example. You want to be a wrestler. You want to wrestle in these companies. But yet you still got companies that are making you a referee. And you could talk to them about being a wrestler, but you're still reffing. Now, deep down, if you could, wouldn't you want to kick them in the junk for that?
If I were a kicking in the junk type of person.
Yes. Yeah. So the thing is, I think Rion just took what he could have done and just went to the most extreme of what he could have done. Because he easily could have just slapped, Maximus across the face, could have spit on him, could have said something and walked away. But I think he really wanted that point to get across. So he went to the utmost extreme. Some people just thinking about doing it. Well, he fucking did it. And I think that's why I'll fucking say it. The kick heard around the world. I believe fucking Steve said that. That everyone's talking about it. Everyone has still talked about it. It's been over a month. It's not about the whole, he betrayed Maximus. It's the fact that he kicked Maximus in the junk. That's the thing that's still being talked about. He made a point. He made an impact. Something that's still talked about today.
There's two ways to look at that. Yeah, so he kicked someone in the junk. That's one aspect.
Yeah.
Now he's talking about the reasons for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to go back. Why Maximus? Just because he's the owner's son? Is he trying to get the RPW's attention through him? I
think it was the opportunity that was in front of him. Really, I do believe part of it has to do with the fact that, that's the owner's kid. It's a big fuck. If he kicked Damien Deshawn, whatever, in the junk, would it mean as much?
No. And I still don't think it means as much now. The right person to go to in this situation now
Mm-hmm.
despite what happened in the past, is Damian Saint and the Idols. Keep in mind, the Idols still run this shit. Despite Damian Saint being the guy, he is the main guy right now. It's like me, so let's use the SCW for example.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going, if I was somebody to kick somebody in the junk, am I going to go kick, Koa Laxamana in the nuts because I'm not wrestling? Or am I going to go kick Terry Allen in the nuts because he's the president?
Yeah. That's a valid point. In your scenario compared to what Rion did, I think if you were Rion, you'd be kicking Johnny Chaos in the nuts. In that scenario. But you didn't make a valid point. You would go to Terry, the guy above. But I'm sure we'll hear more about it. I'm sure I said a lot of stupid shit. I don't remember what I said. I'm sure I said a lot of stupid shit that I'm going to hear about from Steve on the Power Hour tomorrow. But while we're on the topic of ARWPro, let's go ahead and talk about the results from this past weekend.
All right, we'll try and get through those as long as a lot of the other shit. Pretty short anyway. All right, so
yeah, I mean, we're in luck. DWA really doesn't have a match card, so I mean, no.
All right, so well, the show started out. Rion Maximus, they had their fight. We don't need to really go into much because Rion talked about it today. Yep. So we understand what's going on there. All right, match 1 featured the Fatal 4-Way. Eric Schultz versus Shaq Jordan versus Axel Rico versus the Ryan Matthews.
Yeah, and at the very beginning, it almost looked like the Undeniable had a new member in Axel Rico.
Nah, just Axel Rico's just smart.
Well, no, I mean, obviously he knew that there were 2 Undeniable team members in that match. He knew that he kind of had to, okay, let's find, the common denominator to get through the match. And, he put up a good fight and everything, and unfortunately, Suspenders did not win.
No, but there was an added entity. Aaron Stone came out. He went and grabbed his briefcase, and he went to hit Ryan with it. But he ducked and hit Schultz, and then Ryan left, and Aaron Stone chased after him, and Axel Rico took advantage of the situation and got the win.
Yeah, I mean, it was a cheap victory, but it was still a victory. So, congratulations to Axel Rico on picking up that win.
Cheap,
Well, it'd be cheap if he knew the briefcase shot and knocked out Schultz. I don't know if he knew or not. If he did know, cheap victory. If he didn't know, then, an honest win.
Well, let's hold that thought there because I think that situation kind of comes back around.
Perfect.
In another match. But I can counter it because I'm good like that. All right. All right. Let's see what I have here. Oh, Gunnar Brave, still your Outer Limits champion as he defeated Flash Harris.
Yeah, I like Gunnar Brave. You could kind of tell a little bit in not only like this match, but actually in the match from last month too. You can see his mind's not 100% there in these matches. And I think it's because he's looking towards that 2 out of 3 fall that's happening in May. Yep. Is it May or is it April?
May.
In May. So, but yeah, no, he fought through, picked up the victory, took out Flash, and yeah, he's still holding that title, preparing for his match coming up.
Mm-hmm. All right, this next match. Now, I'm pretty sure when you walked into the building, you were on cloud 9 in a way. You were excited.
I'm always excited. I got a front row seat next to Steve.
Right.
That question, I had a 3rd row seat next to Steve, but I was fine not being by the front row.
But I bet a little bit of something was missing in this match that made you go, aw, what the fuck?
Oh, the hot doctor? Yeah, it was kind of depressing. I almost left, asked for a refund.
So, Joey Blues with Brian Crazer and not Davison Sarai.
Yeah, it's sad.
Defeated.
Not even a promo. Not even something up on the screen. Nothing. Nada.
Well, he defeated DC Shaw, who was accompanied by Trayvon Wolf. There was a lot of shenanigans.
Was there some deja vu in this for you?
There might have been.
Right? Because didn't this kind of happen to you a couple months ago? Your temper got the best of you, and you got your buddy disqualified.
Shit happens.
It does 100% happen. Obviously, Evil No Coast really is getting the upper hand on what they call it, No Coast Chicago, whoever the hell they are. It's hard to say No Coast and No Coast, and I'm not doing that stupid Yes Coast bullshit. But yeah, I know this is eventually going to come down to. I think it's going to come down to there's only going to be one No Coast. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but you can tell it's leading that way. And yes, the doc is very attractive, but you can see the evil that she's putting into those two guys' heads week after week. Show me, come on, they kidnapped a fucking guy, for God's sakes, and traded him for cases of beer. Not even beer, bullshit, fucking alcoholic Mountain Dew. Probably the worst thing ever. It's just a weird situation. And the thing is, like, you can't even look at them like they're heels. You know, it's fucking evil. You can see it. It's a cynical fucking evil. And I don't get that fucking kid who sits in the front row and cheers for him and shit, because I don't even think he knows what he's fucking rooting for anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But
nope.
She is hot. So, I mean, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, it was a good match. At the end of the day, yeah, it just sucked that had to end in a outside interference disqualification. So,
yeah. Damien's just Shane of those damn Coyotes got the win over Rockstar Johnny Nye, who was accompanied by Beavis and Butthead. So that means the Coyotes, they get their tag team title shot.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the Coyotes. First off, how many are there? Is there 4 or is there 5?
There's 4.
There's 4. Okay. They've all proven to be great singles competitors. But I do love seeing Damien and who's your guy? Deshan and who's the other guy?
Brooks Burna, Christian Rose.
Well, the tag partner.
Brooks Burna and Damien Deschain.
Yeah, I love seeing them as a tag team. Great singles match, no doubt. I love the fact that they left it to a one-on-one determination for a tag team opportunity. Because if you're going to do a tag team match for a tag team opportunity, you might as well put the fucking titles on the line. But there was a lot of pressure on the individual damn Coyote to dictate the future of 2 fucking Coyotes. But he rose to the occasion, picked up the victory. It wasn't a good night all around for the Idols until the very end.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's keep in mind here for a second. The situation kind of like brings back something Rion said, and it pertains to my situation.
Mm-hmm.
The Coyotes lost twice.
Yeah.
I haven't won and still get title shots. I just won my tag match, and
I think it's because you were present. You're the first thing that popped in his mind. I'm sure he would have used the Coyotes. It was just me and him talking. Now, probably not, because you still would have been on his mind.
Probably. Usually I am.
Right? Shouldn't you be honored by that, knowing that you're on somebody's mind even when you're not there? I mean, come on now, Nubs. I think about you at least 2-3 times a day when I take a leak.
I'm sure you're not the only one.
You're always on my mind.
All right, help me out with this one, because I am unclear of the finish.
Okay.
Bucky Collins versus Christian Rose. Was it a double countout? Or did Bucky Collins win via countout?
Bucky did get in right before the 10 count was called. Yeah, it was, as soon as they got to the back, I'm just like, man, shit, that double countout, that's messed up. But Bucky somehow was able to get away from Rose for a brief second, hustled his tiny little ass down that fucking entrance ramp, jumped into the ring right, it was like right after the 9. And then obviously Rose coming through the curtain was tripped up by something, not sure what it was. Wasn't able to get to his feet and get into the ring by the 10 count. So, in all aspects, you think it was going to be a double count out, but in the end, the record books are going to show that Rose took a loss.
Damn.
Against a guy that he has huge problems with. And do you want to talk about the video that was released about Bucky now, or do you want to wait till after?
Since we're on Bucky, go ahead and talk about it.
So Flash Harris was pissed that he wasn't on the match card coming up. I believe it was for next month for April's, and Bucky Collins offered him his spot. Flash Harris took the opportunity because he said, "Hell yeah, I want to wrestle. Let me wrestle." And then Bucky broke the unfortunate news that it was Christian Rose, and he was not happy. So we're gonna see next. I believe, like I said, I believe this is in April next month. You're gonna see Christian Rose take on Flash Harris.
Flash Harris actually did try to get out of that match.
Did he?
He's trying to. He was talking to Damien Duchesne about talking to Rose about, you know.
Was there a video about that, or was that?
There's a video, but there's another video about
okay,
that.
I didn't see that one. I just saw the one where. Okay, cool. I'll have to check out that video.
Definitely. All right. After intermission, we had another altercation between Rion Skillz and Maximus Orion, and it was then the match was made, or the contract will be signed first. If I heard right, last man standing.
Yep, it's gonna be a last man standing match for the RPW Chicagoland Championship.
No.
What's it called? RPW
Inter-county.
Oh, that's right. The Chicagoland's your title. Yeah, the Tri-County Championship.
Inter-county.
I'm pretty sure Steve said it was Tri-County.
Steve is wrong. It's inter-county.
100%. He's fucking wrong. Luckily, classy fucking Damien Saint pointed that out to him.
You set me up again. Damn it.
Yes, it's going to be for the Inter-County Championship. Rion Skillz, Maximus Orion, contract signings in April for the last man standing match happening in May. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. My time to shine a little bit. Just a little bit.
Biggest pop of the night. Biggest fucking
really?
Pop of the night. Oh,
are you
God,
sure?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, man, you got the pop, man. You got that Hulkamania WrestleMania pop.
Now, see, that's what I go for.
Fuck yeah, man. You're the it factor. You're the guy. That's why you get title shot after title shot, man.
Yeah, I can't help that.
Yeah, even when you do cost your buddy that title, and I still think it was on purpose. I'm not gonna lie.
It would never be on purpose because I don't beat up drunk people.
I don't think you wanted him to hold your belt. I think, yeah, just a little bit.
No. Well, anyway, Hot Rod Daddy Andy with Cactus Rack and myself defeated Kevin Cade and Damian Gray. Now, I'm sure Joey Roth is gonna say some shit. He already has. Said, I capitalized on a mistake. Well, let me tell you something. I did. You damn right I fucking did, because why not? You fucked up.
Well, when it comes down to it, obviously, the bat met the wrong person. Realistically, if it was, I'm trying to remember, were they aiming for you or were they aiming for Andy?
They were aiming for me.
Okay. If you got hit with that bat, that pin would have been taken. So, it's that whole, like, good for the goose, good for the gander thing. It's like, I mean, you didn't strike him. Damien struck him. So, yeah, but yeah, huge victory for you. Not only just the fact that it was a tag team match with a buddy of yours, a fellow member of the Power Hour family, or whatever you want to call it. I believe it was, I think Steve called it a unification of JFW and the Power Hour for a brief period, whatever the hell you want to call it. I think the biggest thing to come out of this is you got a little bit of retribution against the Idols.
I did.
I think that's the biggest takeaway from the tag match.
It was a long time coming. I mean, I could have easily told Andy, hey, one more thing. Go ahead. Give him the elbow drop. But I didn't need to. I mean, it probably would have been shitty on my part to take advantage of a already down man, but I had to prove a point. You fucked up, I take advantage. That's how you win.
Yeah. There's a lot of people fucked up that night. Damian Gray struck his tag team partner. You almost joined the cult. A lot of fucking mistakes were made.
I don't know if that was a mistake, but hey.
It would have been, you're a lot better off without it. Stop it. You want to worship somebody? Go to fucking church. Put your hand on a big ass picture of Gunderson. What the fuck's wrong with you? Deep down, people still don't know what we're talking about.
I know. That's okay. All right. The next match, the final level. Shogun, Chris Logan, and All Day Marche Rocket defeated Youth Gone Wild.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was again, I don't know all the information. Youth Gone Wild debut or return, what was it?
Return,
okay. Youth Gone Wild actually, key tag team in ARW recently with this tournament and everything. Kind of got stopped by the final level, did not make it past. But it was a great showing for a great tag team that kind of unified themselves last month after Marche finally taking the shot, showing that they can work together as a team and may potentially even be a competitor for those RPW tag team titles in the future.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. All right. The first of a double name main event. Rockin' Rivera took on J-Back the Paycheck.
Solid match.
Solid match.
Solid performance. 5 stars. I couldn't tell if that thing went on for fucking 4 minutes or 45 minutes.
WrestleMania-esque right there.
Yeah, when he came out to Eye of the Tiger, I was like, fuck yeah, he is. And he held his ground for all of, 10 seconds before he got his ass handed to him. But it all goes down to the whole thing of getting yourself involved in situations you shouldn't get yourself involved in. So, sucks for J-Back.
I still won't agree with that.
All he had to do is, Nubby, you have a job. You understand the concept of towing the company line. I get it. I don't know why these people who work under, I had a conversation with Damien on L.I.M's stupid ass fucking one of his posts about their stupid, like, oh, my mother's wearing Damien's thing. First off, I know that's not his real mother. I'm sure that was a hired actor he picked up at some old folks home, because there's no way in hell that any mother is going to want to be seen with any fucking L.I.M member. But she's wearing a fucking picture, making fun of Damien Saint, calling him a dick because Dick the Bruiser's on there and everything. How fucking ignorant is that? Completely rude and disrespectful of L.I.M. Show some respect to the guy who's filling the fuck. Here's the thing. If he wasn't a great guy, how is it that a show that's standing room only still gets seats for L.I.M? Clearly he's not that bad of a fucking dude, or else the L.I.M would be to the back of the fucking building, sitting in nosebleeds, not being able to see over people, because I believe the tallest fucking guy is like 5'9". But no, they get their fucking seats where they can put up their stupid ass fucking posters. That thank fucking God they spelled my fucking name right this time. Holla fucking Luya. Just gonna stop there. We're good.
Still got the poster in my car.
It's good. Fuck, I would hold on to that poster.
I'm gonna hang it up one day.
Yeah, I would scratch out the shit on the back, but I mean that'd mean you'd be a good person, but whatever.
I'm a good person. I'm just entertaining.
Right, you just make stupid choices sometimes. But luckily I'm there to save you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was 8 years ago. Oh God. Good thing none of them hear this fucking show. So Rockin' beat him down with a chair, only to be saved by Aaron Stone, which then Damien Saint comes out, I guess getting all mad at Aaron Stone for getting involved in something he shouldn't have been involved in, I guess. Right. I guess he might have a point there, but it set up a good match between Aaron Stone and Ruthless Rockin' Rivera, only to have Aaron Stone beat him because fuck you, Rockin'.
Any other fucking GM would just be like, let's clear the ring, get out of there, blah blah. No, fucking Damian Saint, found a golden opportunity to give the fans one more great match before the main event. Aaron Stone was there, ready to fucking go. All he did was, steal a briefcase earlier in the night. So, I mean, clearly he was fresh, ready to fucking go. All Rocky Rivera did is just fucking mash down some fucking garbage into a garbage can. So he was clearly ready to go. Great match overall. Stone pick up the victory. Hard hitting fucking dude. So there's no surprise there in that win.
Mm-hmm. All right, I guess we should talk about something that happened before the main event.
Oh, God, yeah, that fucking ass kicking. Holy hell.
So,
yeah.
I believe I was talking with you towards the end of the match of Aaron Stone and Brocken, and then I had a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up being an unknown number, but sometimes you got to answer it to get rid of people.
Yep.
And then all I kept hearing was static and a little bit of breathing. It was weird. Very fucking weird. And then all of a sudden I come back and I find out Shelly, Steve, KP, they all got their ass beat by the Idols. What?
Yeah, they did. Well, I'm sitting there watching, matches ending and everything, and all of a sudden the fucking Idols come out. Fucking Roxy grabs Shelly. One of the Idols fucking grabs Steve when Steve stands. And here's the problem. I think Steve kind of brought it on himself because he stood up and threw the fucking headset down and got in the fucking face of Joey Roth. Fucking Idols just looking out for their fucking boss. Grabbed fucking Steve, dragged him into the fight. And here's the thing. Here is the big thing. If you look at it from the very beginning, yes, they dragged Steve into the ring, but Steve did become the aggressor in that situation. They were grabbing Shelly. They would have taken Shelly into the ring. Steve didn't have to get involved, but Steve did. Steve was held into the corner. I think basically if you watch the video, because the video is posted and the YouTube video I believe will go up shortly. I don't know how long it takes them to do the YouTube videos. But they were holding Steve away from harm's way, basically protecting him in the corner. So realistically, that chair shot that Steve took, well, he just kind of dove in the way of it. So he got hit because of his own, ignorance, or lack of a better word.
Because they were going to hit Shelly with the chair,
but they weren't going to hit Steve. Steve was safely tucked away in the corner behind two fucking Idol guys.
He was trying to save Shelly because
what?
Okay, so these fuckers had a bad night.
Yeah.
So they're going to go and attack commentators. Like a bunch of pussies. For real. I mean, and you're going to beat up on a woman with a chair?
I mean, didn't Shelly attack Roxy in the ring last month?
That's because Roxy dumped popcorn on her first.
Oh, it's fucking popcorn, big deal. Come at me when somebody throws a soda at you.
Or a beer can?
Yeah, that too. It's like I said to Rion, it's like I said over and over about Steve. When you put yourself in a situation, you have to accept the responsibility about what's going to happen. You have to accept those reactions to your actions. And I don't know if Shelly just got in her head that, she's the fucking CFO of RPW, that she's entitled to do whatever she wants. And if she wants to, antagonize one of her employees, and she expects
goes back to last year. And they attacked her again. They attacked her, and they attacked her husband and smashed Maximus's face. So again, this has been boiling since last year.
All they had to do is let it go. All they had to do is just move on. Bad people just don't fucking, become good people overnight. You gotta give them time to. And I'm sure Steve didn't help anyway, going on to his show month after month and bad-mouthing the Idols, calling them bitches and, a bunch of cowards and, idiots and shit. And
commentators, journalists, like on podcasts, they are free to speak their mind.
Yeah, but you have to accept the consequences of it. And
okay.
Steve, like I said, I give Steve a lot of credit. He's willing to step into the ring and accept his ass whoopings for the shit he says. That's fine. Good for him for fucking doing it. He's willing to back up everything he says. Never has a good outcome from it. Still haven't seen it yet. I've seen a lot of beatdowns. You know, examples, POW at fucking high voltage. Steve challenged them to show up. They showed up, beat everyone's ass. He badmouthed the workhorses. They kicked his ass. And the only way he came on top of that is because he had to get Rion and C Red to help him. Said that he's willing to step up to fucking Aaron Stone. Got his ass kicked. And then he's challenging Roxy and Joey Roth. Roxy and Joey Roth aren't going to be by themselves. So you take on Roxy and Joey Roth, you're taking on the idols. Got his ass handed to him.
That's unfortunately true, even if they are pussies about it. But hey.
Yeah, if you're gonna challenge somebody who's not part of an entire fucking faction. Because he goes after, and that's the other thing. He sits there and says bad shit about fucking Damian Saint, and Damian Saint's running the undeniable. You think you're just gonna deal with Damian Saint? No, you're gonna have a group of people after you. It's gang warfare. It's just how fucking life is. But Steve wants to have this. Steve wants people to sit here and see that he's this ultimate fucking badass. Sure, in a sense. But I mean, like he has all this talk, but has barely any bark. I'm sorry, no, he has all this bark, but barely any bite. He could get into the ring, but he's gonna be fucking carried out of it when he's done. It's the same shit with the fucking L.I.M. They fucking pop up their fucking cameras, post it up, get it ready on the little fucking tripods they stick it on, sits there, walks back and forth like, what am I gonna say? How am I gonna fucking say this? Ooh, I'm gonna do this. Put the record button on, wears a fucking sweatshirt, tells me, let me get into something a little more comfortable, as they're fucking undressing in the goddamn camera to show a CM Punk shirt at me, like they're about to drop a fucking pipe bomb because they're going to drop these fucking nukes, that they're going to sit there and tell me something that's going to fucking make me quiver and get scared and shit. No. They sit there and they get this big fucking game ready to fucking go. And then they get the mic really fucking close. And then they want to start yelling, because yelling gets anything fucking over. It makes you more intimidated and more angry. And Travesty, I'm going to come after you. It's like, fucking do it then. I don't understand these. And I've mentioned this. We've mentioned this before. L.I.M. aside, we've mentioned that. I don't understand why people have to yell in fucking promos. I really don't. And sometimes, yeah, when you're frustrated, like I'm frustrated right now and I'm getting a little bit loud about it, I can understand that. But when you start out a promo and it's not a frustration thing, but you're trying to, show people how intense you are, you don't get that over by fucking yelling. But that's why L.I.M., they want to do that. Yo, Travis, you want to talk about my baby? Oh, boy, because you're a fat guy? Cool. They took the easy road and tried to poke fun of my fucking weight. Do better. You want to make a joke and, say, when I say stupid shit that you're going to do a drinking game? Boring. Do fucking better. You want to rip pipe bombs? You want to rip off the pipe bomb thing from CM Punk because that was popular 7 fucking years ago? Do better. And then when I think that they're going to do better, they come up with this stupid ass thing that I have a shared checking account with my fucking mom. No idea where that came from. Do better. It gets to the point now where, like, I almost feel bad about the shit that I say about them, but they make themselves look so dumb every single time they post a video about how they're intimidating me because Wave 3 is fucking coming. But Wave 2 just kind of blew on by like it was fucking irrelevant. I pray to God Wave 3 is a lot stronger because I'm getting a little fucking bored of having to watch it. It's really, it's like watching a toddler stand for the first fucking time. Oh, they keep bumping their fucking ass, but eventually they gotta get up and start fucking walking. That's what the L.I.M. need to do. They need to stop crawling around on their hands and knees like a bunch of fucking babies, step up and start walking like fucking men and start saying shit. I mean, come on, guys, for God's sakes. I've insulted your children. I've insulted your parents. I've insulted you as people. What else can I fucking do? I'm running out of shit to say. That's a lie, though. I have so much more and so much worse. For God's sakes, dude, I threatened to, you call ARWPro your fucking home? I threatened to burn that shit to the fucking ground. And I got no response from that whatsoever. And then you want to go and induct fucking Turtle into your fucking group of fucking ally. You want Turtle to be the next lovely, intoxicated man because people are either quitting or moving the fuck on. Why? Because they're fucking growing a fucking brain and realizing being part of this group will get them nowhere, and it is going nowhere. It's just a bunch of idiots who sit in the crowd at a wrestling show drinking beer and trying to be funny as they hold up their fucking signs, praying to God that somebody finds them to be relevant. Doesn't work that way, guys. You want to be relevant? Do something that's going to be impactful. Great job on getting the views on that show, but it's because you tag my name to your fucking videos that people are showing and looking at those views. I didn't even want to be in your damn video. I didn't even know why you're videotaping a fucking a ceremony to induct somebody in, but you did. And you took advantage of poor little fucking Turtle who just wants fucking friends, who just wants a place to call his own. He has one here at the JFW. Doesn't need to be part of the L.I.M. You could keep Hot Rod Daddy Andy and the fucking Giggle Monster and fucking Jersey Shore fucking Guido fucking dude, Pac-Man, the stupid fucking church kid, and that little tiny fucking, fucking Fonzie looking dude who lays on the couch all the fucking time. Those are your fucking people. Turtle isn't an L.I.M. guy. And if you put him in L.I.M., you're going to destroy everything he has built and grown for himself and fuck his life up. And I'll be damned if you fuck his life up just because you need a little bit more relevance by putting a member of JFW into your fucking group.
So
there was a main event, Nubby.
There was a main event.
I guess to finish up what we were talking about beforehand, Steve was carried out. Shelly, I think, was able to leave on her own feet after being woken up because she was choked out. And JP was helped out as well. I mean, I give a lot of respect to JP going out there to try to help and everything. KP, why do I keep saying JP? Fucking like KP. KP keeps a lot of respect for him going out there to try to help. But again, he put himself in a situation he didn't have to be in there. They're not fucking wrestlers. They're not. You can look at it as like, you respect them for going out there and trying, but at the end of the day, they're putting themselves in situations that they don't need to be in. Shelly owns the fucking company. If she really wanted to, she could fucking get security to surround the commentating table. You could request law enforcement to protect you from these fucking guys. But I think deep down, I think she wants that fucking fight. It's just she needs to understand, and you know it too, and you could agree with me on this, that she's not going to get a fair fight.
It's never fair.
Yeah. But because of the incident, because they were carried out, there was no commentary except for the professor who was there. But JFW fucking rises to the occasion and comes and saves the fucking day. Because we got to commentate probably the greatest main event I've seen at ARWPro so far this year.
Mm-hmm. Probably one of my favorite matches so far this year, period.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy Violence, Quinn Whitlock, defended and retained his championship against Joey Jet Avalon.
Yeah, it was unfortunate we didn't get to see Eva Sierra at ringside.
Or did we? According to the ring announcer.
Yeah.
He was still accompanied by Sierra.
Yeah, that fucking shovel, yeah.
It could be like a Negan and, Lucille thing, with the bat.
It was a great match, and obviously, like, at the very beginning, you noticed one thing that was different was that Quinn didn't come out with that crowbar. But it made a lot more sense on why he didn't come out with it because it was tucked away at ringside. Yep. Hard hitting, is like we mentioned in commentary, and you said it best. Other than the kitchen sink, everything, they hit each other with everything. We saw the shovel come into play. We saw the crowbar come into play. Finishing moves. The referee was knocked out. In the end, Quinn did end up picking up the victory, retaining that RPW Heavyweight Championship. And you would think that after that hard hitting of a match, maybe the next man wouldn't be as difficult. But he has a bigger fucking match coming up here in April when he's in a triple threat for that RPW Championship against Garrison Creed, who, remember, won the title opportunity, I think, back in November.
I think so.
Because they didn't have a match. They didn't have a show in December, right?
They did.
They did. Okay, so it's a December show then.
Well, you were there. You were at the show.
Yeah, Christmas Carnage. I'm pretty sure it was Christmas Carnage. Yeah.
It was November because you weren't there in December.
Which one was Christmas Carnage?
You mean Christmas Chaos?
Whatever.
That was December.
Okay, so I was at that one.
Okay, you were at that one. So that okay.
So I wasn't at January's.
That's right.
So he won. Yeah. So he won the title opportunity in December, and he's finally getting it in April. But they're going to be accompanied by the returning Koa Laksamana, the Hawaiian Hitman, in a triple threat match for the Rock and Roll Championship belt.
Hell yeah.
All in all, good match card, solid fucking showing. Just a lot of fucking beatdowns and a lot of situations that people didn't have to be in. So it was quite the theme of the show.
A lot of shenanigans.
Between outside interference costing people title matches, or not title matches, but matches in general, between non-wrestlers getting in the ring and getting beat down to wrestlers joining cults. Really a huge, oh, and I do apologize for tearing up your picture, but to be fair, you did put L.I.M rules on it, and I'd be damned if I'm involved with anyone who blatantly lies like that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it costs money.
It costs them money. It didn't cost me. It didn't cost me a dime.
It cost me money to make them. It cost me money to make the shit.
You got paid. What are you worried about?
I needed to sell one more to make a profit. But that's okay.
Tell you what, I'll buy one. Send it to me. I'll Venmo you.
Okay. I'll just see you sometime. I'll take a payday from you. One of your paydays.
Yeah. I'm like one of those credit card fucking commercials, tearing up an L.I.M autograph or tearing up a turtle autograph, fucking $3. Showing L.I.M that they're no one to fucking, they're nobodies. Priceless.
One thing I gotta do, work on my handwriting and spelling, apparently.
You do need a signature, bud. Yeah, you spelled L.I.M wrong on mine. Oh, you monster.
Yeah.
But
all right.
All right.
Let's get into some POW results, because a cool thing did happen. For some people might think it's cool. I don't know about you. You might be a little disappointed, but we'll see. All right, let's get through this. Mason Perks defeated Tommy McCabe.
Yep, still don't know how to pronounce that yet, but we'll figure it out.
Well, the Bone Daddies defeated BMI, which Mike Idol of BMI slaps his own partner and walks away, which left the Bone Daddies to get the win. Sean Priest defeated Acid Jazz and Mateo Valentine in a triple threat match. Scott Spade and Tiny got the win over Revolution via DQ, disqualification for those that don't understand, because Jimmy Blaze decided to throw a low blow in there. I don't blame him.
No,
frustrations.
No. That low blow you're cool with though?
Not really, but I guess I'm supposed to, allow it.
God. All I know is I know Rion would have brought it up if you're okay with that fucking low blow. Yeah.
Oh, he would have just stopped the show right there. Be like, damn it, Turtle! How are you okay?
He'd be waving that fucking.
He'll have two of them. Yeah. Brian Matthews, two of them. All right. Kazile retains his Midwest Championship over his own father, Trevor Blanchard. How would you feel about beating your own father for a championship?
It depends on the payday.
Good point.
I mean, realistically, I guess it really depends on how bad he's beating me first, too. I'm sure it couldn't have been easy, but at the end of the day, I mean, his dad knows what the business is like, Kazal knows what the business is like, and if you have the title, you get the money. So,
and this Kazal, he's crazy.
Oh, that's true. God, I wonder if he took his fork to his dad.
Ooh. And I wonder if it's the same fork that he got out of his own dad's drawer.
Oh, God.
And did he have to wash it after?
God, can you imagine if he didn't? He's like eating like spaghetti with it and shit.
Well, if there's blood on it, it will mix with the sauce.
God, I'm so fucking hungry.
The Bad Hombre Cartel, defeated the IPA. I guess there's a new member.
Yeah.
S. Mararder.
Yeah, I saw that they added a new member to the team, yeah.
And he replaced Ruthless Ramon, who could not compete. But somehow Ruthless Ramon found his way to be involved in the match anyway.
It's funny how things like that work.
It is a little crazy. But I guess the Mass Marauder might have some relevance now, being with the Bad Hombre Cartel.
That's true.
Mateo Valentine, even though he lost earlier in the show, he wins the qualifier royal for the Keys to the Kingdom. Can you imagine, Mateo Valentine with the Keys to the Kingdom? Holy shit.
Mean, it grants him an opportunity in every single title in fucking POW. So, this could be a big year for Mateo Valentine in POW. You know, I mean, I think he has the ability to walk away with them. It's just it all depends on who all ends up in that final qualifying, or who all qualify for that final match opportunity.
I've seen Mateo go for titles, especially against Scott Spade when he was the champion at one point. I was there the one time and he got screwed over. He had that match won, but referee wasn't so great at his job that night. Let's just put it that way. All right. We have a new POW heavyweight champion.
Yeah, we do.
And Hunter Payne.
If you would have told me a year ago that Hunter Payne would beat Max Holiday for the POW Heavyweight Championship and people would cheer for that, I'd call you a liar, bro. But a lot has happened in the past few months that made that a reality.
Yep.
Yeah, I know Holiday has not made life easy for Hunter Payne over the course of the last few months, especially with this whole mutual agreement between POW and SCW. And finally, as much as I hate to admit it, because I am a huge Max Holiday fan, longest reigning 3-time SCW heavyweight champion, former but potentially future host of the Morning After Show, sporting a boot named Sue, part of the Scumbag Army, part of Whiskey Bent and Hellbound, sweet beard, awesome hair. I'm assuming there's a bike.
Yeah.
Fun dude. Listener of the podcast, so he doesn't have to fuck himself. It's just sad. I still believe he was screwed. I think he was screwed.
I guess we'll find out once there's footage.
Yeah, that's sad. But it won't be down for long. He'll have another championship somewhere else. Give it time.
I think he's due for a rematch. Rematch clauses are a thing.
You should demand one. And then fucking maybe kick Hunter in the junk, and I'd love to hear from you if there was a justifiable one or not.
I'll just say it now. It wasn't justified.
You don't know that. Rion's wasn't, but Blazes was.
No, I didn't say it was. Don't put words in my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, all in all, it sounded like POW was a great match. I was told.
Standing room only as well.
Yeah. I was told I need to get up to one, and I think I'm going to go 2-1 if it's never on the same night as an RPW show.
Well, you're in luck, Travis T, because April 1st, which is the next POW show, there is no Rocket Pro that night.
Oh, God. I should look at the calendar before I said something. Where's that one at? How far away is that?
It's about
fuck it. I can't make that.
Hour-ish.
Yeah, I can't make that. You want to pull the curtain back and reveal something that you said on Facebook? Or do you want to keep that secret to yourself?
I don't remember. What did I do?
Well, let me pull it up here and tell you. Because I saw it, and I was like, well, good for Turtle. Let's see here. Let's go with... So, there was a post on Facebook.
Usually is.
Said, what an amazing night. It was last night at Sold Out... What an amazing night it was last night at Sold Out Slamfest. Action Pass show, top to bottom, and the crowd was hot all night. Also, some exciting news to end the show. I was hired back at Power Entertainment as ring crew.
Oh.
Not my prior job as commissioner, but I guess I have to start somewhere. Thank you, Jim Blaze, for the opportunity. See you all Saturday night fights, March 18th. And then, scroll down over here, and Turtle says, extremely happy for you guys. Sounded like a fun show. Glad you're back on the team. It's funny how you said this to one Chris Hedford.
I did. Care to explain? Yes, I should.
I would love to hear why. By the way, FYI, you know that we have downloading issues to a certain point. So we have 7 minutes to finish this show.
DWA returns this Friday, March 10th.
I'll get your response to the next show.
It's called March into Madness at North and Maple, formerly known as Side Street, 18401 North Creek Drive in Tinley Park. Doors open at 7 p.m., bell 8 p.m., 15 general admission. At the door, you could also get it early at Eventbrite on their Facebook page. There is a link. All right. Wrestle League also has a show this weekend on Saturday, March 11th, Anniversary 11. How about that? The 11th on the 11th. 11/11. Make your wish. All right. Homewood Auditorium, 2010 Chestnut Road, Homewood, Illinois. 6 o'clock doors, bell time, 7 p.m. 15 general admission. Family pack of 4 is $50. You cannot beat that. Some of the matches are as follow. La Estrella takes on Chris Logan, the Shogun. Kid Lat will take on Coda Hernandez. And if Kid Lat wins, he gets 5 minutes with Motivation Mike. For the proven title, it's a ladder match. Hot Rod Daddy Andy, Jesus Desafio, Russell All-Time, and your champion, Shaq Jordan. Joey Dalton takes on Luis the Wrench Morales. Ewok is going to attempt to get the Wrestle League Championship back from Quinn Whittock, assuming that he's able to with his eye injury. And then there's a tag team title match between champions the Warhorse and the Bro Bros. You know what else is happening Saturday night? ARW. ARWPro returns March 11th, Saturday, for High Energy at the American Legion Post 100, 1899 Central Ave, Lake Station, Indiana. Doors open at 6 p.m., bell time 7 p.m., general admission is $15. Front row is sold out. All the other rows are good too. All right. Bombshell Shelley will be making her debut and taking on Logan Valtour. Nick Cutler will be defending his championship against a former ARW champion. We do not know who that is. Vic Capri will be taking on the spaghetti guy, Seamoss Dave. And This is actually going to close out the first round of the tag team tournament. Is Drinking Clash, Jack Carpenter and Jay Cross versus your favorite people, Alpha Zeta Zeta. Those
fucking monsters.
Indiana State title is on the line as POWW takes on that piece of shit JPH. Dave Allen takes on Mason Perks. Jay Manny, who will be accompanied by Angel Armani, will be taking on James Creed.
Yeah.
And Marvelous Donovan Ruiz makes his official in-ring debut.
Nice. You going to any of these shows? I know you're going to DWA, but you're going to a show on Saturday?
I'm thinking about going to ARW.
I thought about maybe checking out Wrestle League if I'm off on Saturday if I'm free. I haven't been to a Wrestle League show yet, but
me either.
Wouldn't mind checking one out. So, is it at the same place as the roller derby's at?
Yeah,
it is. Maybe I'll check one of those out. Is there anything else coming up in Indies that we need to talk about?
No. We'll have these shows to talk about next week, and we should have. What is it? Where's my calendar? Hold on.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. I got it. We'll have SCW and CSW to talk about next week.
Do we?
Believe it? Yeah. March 18th is SCW.
No, SCW's not next week, is it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hell's bells did that come around quick? It just feels like we had SCW last week.
Well, here's the funny part. February and March are very similar in dates, except for the last 3 days. So that's how it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have these results, and then we'll have upcoming cards for CSW and SCW. Same letters, just in different spots. But they were affiliated at one point.
True. Guys, make sure you check out our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter by just searching Just Ring Wrestling Podcast or JFW Podcast. And you can listen to our show whether it's released, wherever you get your podcast, whether it be iTunes, Google Podcast, Spotify, Podbean, Player FM, Stitcher, or even, yes, YouTube, apparently, because that's a thing. Fuck it. Nubby, that's all I got.
I'm thinking we can ring the bell on this episode.
Perfect. As always, I am Travis.
And I am Nubby, the amazing turtle. Cowabunga.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just Ring Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.